I want to be free. I want to feel like I live in a world that's truly appreciated. But with the neck down syndrome, I can't get that feeling. I was on a walk earlier today, and I was just looking at the trees, and I was just thinking to myself, these trees are really beautiful, but I wonder how many people have really taken time to just look at them, just to observe their beauty. And you'd think something like that would be, so trivial, such a nothing burger, but it really is something, considering how little we care about the things around us with the neck down syndrome. What happens when you have a species that's built on visual learning, that uses their visual environment to encode and understand their surroundings? What happens to that creature when they're not doing that? When all their visual learning comes from a little fucking rectangle. I'm not even talking about the societal aspect. I'm just talking about the biological. What 2 days ago, right? I was standing in line at the pharmacy, and I'm looking at this kid play like Crossy Road or something on their mother's phone, and I'm thinking, these are the. And it's not wrong to play games. Kids should want to play games, yeah, but these are the moments where we learn to be bored, where we come up with ideas and boredom. When you're waiting online as a little kid and your mom is not trying to hear your bullshit, you gotta sit back and just look around. You get bored and your mind comes to think of things. You get ideas. You look around and you start learning. But all that gets deferred when you have the neck down syndrome. You don't have to do any of that when you just stare at Crossy Road. You don't have any thoughts at all. You're just. I remember, I was never an iPad kid, thank God, right? But there were moments, obviously, when I was on an iPad as a kid. And when I was playing the game, I was so enthralled with the game. I wasn't having any other thoughts. I was just so enthralled and stuck in the game. I was not thinking about anything else. It was like an instant skip of a cutscene. It's like a fast forward. But kids live like this every day. People live like this every day. Isn't that scary? I think it's horrifying, actually. And of course, in the society we have now, it's actually rude to interrupt someone like that whenever you see someone in their phone coma. If you ever were the dare to get their attention, you look at the face when they look up, they're angry, like you killed them. You just killed their vibe, bro. Like the way they look at you after you interrupted them from their obsession. It's like you took their needle. It's like you took a coke addict's needle. It's horrifying. And going back to what I was saying, okay, adults, I guess most adults now, spanning from ages, I would say like 21 to whatever, 100, most of them, their formative years were mostly without the device, without the neck down. So I guess formatively, maybe they're still human, but people under 21, Jesus Christ. I don't know if you ever interacted with someone under the age of 21. Maybe you're under the age of 21, but y'all are fucked, bro. And I'm sorry, like, but a lot of you guys are just, you're fucked. Like, you're done. Your neural network, your pleasure center is just, it's done. You never had a chance to even be human. And you guys are the victim. I'm not blaming you. You're the victims. But still, you can change. It's gonna be a lot harder for you. It's like a fetal alcohol syndrome baby. Wow, revelation. That Dude, younger Gen Z and Gen Alpha, I believe, quite literally have fetal phone syndrome. Like, they never even had a chance to be sober. They have fetal phone syndrome. That's crazy. Just coined that. And their dysgenic postures and recessed chins and their short heights. That's the teratogenic results. Can you believe it? Like, and I think to myself, what do we do to help them? What do we do to save them? I don't know. Because, like I said, we don't live in a society where it's so frowned upon to be on that phone anymore. Nowadays, it's expected. If there's nothing going on, if you have to do something something's going to happen in 5 minutes, and there's nothing to fill the gap, just try it. Like, go to a waiting room, go to an elevator, go to a lobby, and just look up and see how you'll meet no one's eyes. All you'll see is scalps. All you'll see is scalps because everyone has the neck down syndrome. And you'll just be thinking to yourself, am I really the only one who's not sick? It's sad. You either be sick with them or you get up and get sick from isolation, from the despair of the situation. It's a sick world. Let's talk about the societal aspect, with neck down syndrome. In moments of boredom, we get desperate, but not a bad desperate, but a good desperate. We start to find reasons to do things that we really didn't need to do or have to do. If you put two people in a room together, they're going to start talking because there's nothing else better to do. And that's how a lot of friendships and connections were made. Out of this necessity to not be bored. Boredom isn't this sin that you have to avoid in like some sort of like deathly occurrence. It's actually a piece of reinforcement to make sure that we start to innovate, we start to create, we get ideas. But nowadays, if there's nothing going on and you're bored, you don't have to talk to the person next to you. I want you to think about the amount of friends, opportunities, just general life experiences you missed out because of the syndrome. Hundreds, thousands. And it's not fair. It's not fair to you or me. You got robbed. You were robbed. You need to know that. You were robbed. And it's not fucking fair at all. That waiting room or that elevator where instead of looking down, you could have made a friend. That cute girl, instead of looking at her fucking feed, she could have been talking to you. The older gentleman, hey, maybe you could have found out you guys are in the same career. He could have helped you out or something. Something more social, more human. And you could say it's negative to think about it in that aspect, about all the things that you couldn't have had, all the past you couldn't have changed. But no, you need to realize that so you get angry. So you get mad. So you realize this is not okay, because the problem is that we're complacent. We look at someone with their neck straight fucking down, like they have scoliosis or some shit, and we're like, oh, yeah, that's normal. No. And the nerve of people to do it while you're talking to them as well is just insane. I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but like me personally, I abstain from all social media. I hate social media. But whenever I'm talking to someone and they just pull that shit out while I'm talking to them, I just can't believe we've gotten this bad. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's like the dopamine, like the response of a human person talking to them is, it's not enough. They need some Subway Surfers with my conversation. Like, it's like they always need a supplement to you. You're not enough. You're not stimulating enough as a fucking human being. They need some some retard dancing on their phone to help digest the words, you know. Oh god, it's bad. It's really bad. I don't want it to be like this. I really don't. There's some days where I just look at my phone and I just think about smashing it across the floor because I hate it and I hate what it's done to my people. My people as humans. I'm not this territorial, tribalistic retard, you know, like right wing, left wing people. My people have always been humans, and the people that did this to us, that instilled this sickness, they're not human. Whatever you want to call them, reptilians. If you want to call them devils, ghouls, you know, I don't fucking know. Whatever you want to call them, right? But they're not human, and they need to be stopped because we're sick. We really are sick. I don't know. I want you to just stare sometimes. If you ever catch yourself in a scenario or place where people are majority with the syndrome, I want you just to stare at them and just see how long and how enthralled they are, and just kind of feel how abnormal that is. I want you to feel how alone you feel in that room. It's crazy how you can feel so alone in a room full of people. Like I said, all the lost opportunities, all of the lost life you missed. Maybe that's why we feel so heavy, you know. That's not only the overstimulation of the phone, but we somehow consciously or unconsciously, subconsciously, I don't know. We something consciously understand all the lost opportunity, friends, love, life that we missed because we want to have our neck down. Another thought experiment. You could probably put a gun in the air. Just hold it in the air and no one's going to notice for a good 5 seconds. No one's going to notice because their neck is down. You can probably unplug everyone's console in the room without any of them noticing. And you know what I mean by unplug their console. You know, read between the lines. You could probably game end everyone in that room. I'm no murderer, right? But like, they wouldn't even notice. They would not even notice. Not only is this a sickness, it's probably the most or the least survival adaptive sickness imaginable. Shit literally puts your neck down. If it was music, at least you know you could somewhat be aware of something or whatever, right? Because the headphones are a problem too. But when your neck is literally down, you're not even aware of anything that's happening. You quite literally might as well be on drugs. You might as well be fent walking because you're not even here. You're somewhere else. What's the difference? There genuinely is no difference. Just, I don't know who you are if you're listening, but just help me, please. Like, just, one, to yourself, don't be part of the neck down society. And two, I don't know, maybe you should try calling it out. Especially if it's your friends. If it's strangers, you know, we have to work up there, but like, if it's your friends and you see them on some neck down shit, like, just neck them. You remember necking? Maybe I'm too old, but like, just slap them on the neck. Like, just, like, bro, put your fucking head up. Fix them, man. Like, we have a responsibility to do. We have to fix this. 'Cause this shit is insane. when it comes to strangers, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I just hate it. It's just so inhumane. So yeah, that's it.